here for a proposal at the end, and Peter's still hesitating.
I have walls up, for sure, with Rachel. I haven't figured out when those walls will come down.
And later.
All 5 of us haven't been under the same roof in 8 or 9 years. I'm equally nervous for myself and Rachel walking into the situation. Do you think you stepped in after Mom passed away?
Yes.
I personally felt abandoned.
When you're coming out and making such bold statements.
How is that a bold statement when it's true?
Meeting the parents is hard. Meeting 4 sets of parents is even harder, to say the least. That's exactly what Rachel had to do on last night's Bachelorette, which is our Toyota People Pick of the day.
Yes, and back breaking it all down with us is season 20 Bachelor cast member Olivia
Caridi! We figured we would give you a big old intro like that. Rachel's first hometown visit was in Baltimore with Eric. This was the first time Eric had ever brought a girl home. Watch.
I've been running from love my whole life.
Wow.
Now that I've grown and I'm evolved, I understand it, and I'm not running no more. And it just feels good to be here with my family, and I just want to say thank you to everyone, because you all play a vital part in my life, good, bad, happy, sad, and y'all made me who I am today.
He's so sweet.
It's a nice family.
Yeah. What did you think of Eric after this hometown visit and his whole family in general?
They were my favorite hometown of all. I thought his family was awesome, but I just feel like he's still not far enough in the game.
So do you think this increases his chances of getting the rose, the final rose?
No.
Not
absolutely
at all.
not.
You were saying, like, you think they're best friends?
I think they're best friends.
Yeah.
They have BFF vibes. I think she gets along really well with his family, and maybe, like, she can invite him to her wedding, but I don't see them walking down the aisle together. No.
Yeah, right. Not exactly.
Family.
Yeah, but great family. Great family.
From Baltimore, Rachel headed down to Miami, where she had her hometown visit with Bryan and his whole family, leading to this moment with Bryan's mom. Take a look.
You are married, the family too.
I want the same thing. Like, I would want him to marry into my family, too.
If a woman wants to take the husband from the family, she can do it. Because some women want the only for themselves.
No.
And of course, if he's happy, I'm happy. If not, I'll kill you.
She's a force. She is a force. Olivia, if you're...
You think she's joking, but then you're not.
Yeah, then you're not so sure.
She was not joking.
If you were dating Bryan, would his mom Olga, would that be a deal breaker for you if someone were that strong?
I would never go near that. It's sorry, but that's a family member eventually, and someone that you're gonna marry into potentially.
But as long as you're on good terms.
I mean, at the end of the day, Bryan flat out tells Rachel he's in love with her. We all know that she is obsessed with him.
Oh,
Do you
totally.
think that Rachel will be willing to have Olga as her mother-in-law for the rest of her life if she can have Bryan?
I mean, Rachel's so obsessed with Bryan at this point.
Obsessed.
Like, it's rough. I'm like, wow, okay, cool. They can't get away from each other, but I don't think she cares.
I just can't tell if she's obsessed with Bryan enough to keep him for, like, fantasy suites or all the way through. No, seriously, I mean, you know.
I think she just wants to go into the bed.
I think Bryan has a great deal of sex appeal, and that's according to my wife and every woman I know. From sunny Miami, Rachel headed north to beautiful Madison, Wisconsin, where she hung out with Peter and his family. She also got a chance to ask his mom, Lynn, if Peter is ready for marriage. Watch this.
I think he is ready to start a family and to have somebody in his life to share all of these growth things with. Is it, here's a ring and I want to propose to you? Not necessarily. It's commitment to a person, and it may not be a marriage yet.
Okay, so Lynn doesn't seem super confident that Peter would be ready for marriage. How do you think Rachel's feeling after her time in Wisconsin?
I think Rachel wanted to hear, yes, he's ready for marriage, he's ready to go. So I feel like this was a little defeating for her. I think his mom wants reassurance that he is the one, and Rachel can't give that, you know? And so she's not gonna throw out there, oh, he's ready, he can't wait. Like, she's protecting her son, I think.
Andrea is contractually obligated to say Wisconsin with a Wisconsin accent.
Wisconsin.
Okay, there we go.
They went to Wisconsin.
Anytime that's just part of, thank you, we had to satisfy the contract. So after seeing these dates, who do you think has the best chance of ending up engaged to Rachel at this point?
I think Bryan.
Yeah?
I think she's obsessed with Bryan.
All right.
And
I agree.
I do worry a little bit that their connection might be physical first and maybe not friendship based as much, which I think
there is no doubt about that.
Yeah. Did anyone doubt that?
Yeah.
But I think they're obsessed with each other, and this show moves so fast, and I think they have developed like that intense chemistry very quickly.
Sort of enough of a wave to carry on.
Yeah.
Well, sadly, Dean is no longer in the running. Rachel went to Aspen, Colorado for a very emotional meeting with Dean and his family. It did not go great for Dean. Take a look at this.
You've admitted to not being there.
Absolutely.
So how's that a bold statement when it's true?
Well, fine, because you're still living there. Obviously, you still got one foot stuck in the past.
Okay, fine. All right, I give up.
My good blessings, Dean. And I do wish you the best here, even if you
Dad,
thought...
I love you there. I love you regardless.
There is so much going on here. This was the first time in 2 years that Dean had really spoken to his dad.
Yeah.
You know, the whole thing surrounding issues since his mother died. What did you feel, you know, watching Dean go through that kind of situation?
I felt uncomfy.
Yeah, very uncomfy.
Look, we all have issues. Family is hard. I have my own issues with my family. I wouldn't want people seeing mine. I didn't feel comfortable seeing his firsthand. I thought that was something that would have been great for them to do off camera together. And I didn't think millions of people should have been watching it.
I think the dad felt the same way.
Yeah, you really felt for Dean and his family watching this. And I agree with you. It was very
I hope that it
uncomfortable.
worked out in their benefit, having that conversation.
Right.
Who knows where they are now?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
but
you hope
I
it broke the ice, right?
Yeah, I felt kind of weird watching that.
Well, after trying to smooth things over with Dean's dad, Rachel comforted an emotional Dean who told her he was falling in love with her, and she responded that she was falling in love with him too. Were you surprised that Dean still got sent home after she admitted this?
I mean, you'd think if you told someone you love them, the next step isn't dumping them. So yeah, I was a little surprised. Yeah, poor Dean. But Dean won a lot of people over last night, so I think he's good.
Yeah, there's some stuff in the future for him. There's lots of Bachelor franchises to partake in.
And even enough ladies lining up.
There were a couple people saying, okay, you could be the next Bachelor. I'd be happy with that.
So Dean said that he doesn't feel like she meant it since she didn't give him a rose, the whole love thing. Was it wrong of her to say, I love you? I mean, look, you've been in the situation on the show. You know that kind of comes out and people say it.
I don't think anyone should ever say that. I think there are so many ways to break up with people. Saying I love you but no is probably not one of the ways that it should happen.
All right.
So.
Yeah.
Well, Olivia,
thank
you so much.
Yeah, Olivia, it's great to see you. Olivia and Andrea will actually be in line for Dean very soon. Dean, open up your DMs.
No, she wants Peter.
You could have him. I want
Whatever, we all know.
All right, you guys also make sure to listen to Olivia's podcast, Mouthing Off.
Yes.
And watch ABC's The Bachelorette, Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern. Thank you.
Woo-hoo.